Hi, I'm Jane from Beyond the Empty Nest, Rediscover You. Sorry I've started a little bit late. We had some internet issues. So I think let's start by just bringing the shoulders up to the ears. I think I need this at the minute. Breathe in, bring your shoulders back and relax them down. Okay, let's do that again. Just feel like you're releasing any tension. And I invite you to listen with your heart. Listen to what's being offered, listen with your heart, and have an openness to gaining what it is that you need to gain. What is it that you need to hear? What is it that you need from this video today? So welcome. Thank you for all those people who've been commenting in the group. It's been great. Lots of interaction, which is really, really good to see. And a lot of people have been talking about and asking questions about, commenting on about various things. And actually, a lot of it boils down to is relationships. Difficult relationships, trouble with relationships, whether that be with our grown-up children, whether it be with partners, ex-partners. Hi, Catherine. So whether it be whoever it's with, it's all about the same thing, really. Relationships. Hi, Sue. It's all about how we feel. It's all about our emotions. And I'm not talking about hi Jill. I'm not talking about if you're in a situation, if you're in a relationship and you feel you're in danger, if you feel it's abusive in any way, then you need to find help straight away. You need to get away from that situation. You need to be safe. So that's not what I'm talking about today. What I'm talking about are those relationships that cause us emotional pain. And often, these emotions, they're deep, they're difficult to talk about. We tend to often use sugar-coated language to talk about these things, but actually they're deep because we don't want to face them. We don't want to go there. But if we want to move beyond them, we have to go there, really. We have to access those emotions, and we have to learn what is it they have to teach us. How do we let them go? If we're not going to access them, we're never going to let them go. All we do is push them down. And, the people that are closest to us, they're the ones that push our buttons, aren't they? They're the ones that really affect us because we've opened ourselves up to those people. We have made ourselves vulnerable to them. We love them. And because of that, hi Natalie, because of that, because we've opened ourselves up, because we love those people, because we've given ourselves, part of ourselves to these people, they are the people that can hurt us the most. And not saying that they do that on purpose. Most of the time they're not doing that on purpose. But those are the people that can really push our buttons. And, often like with our kids, the life choices that they make, and they're making life choices, they can leave us feeling rejected, hurt, abandoned. They can leave us feeling in deep emotional pain. Even though we know we want them to fly, we want them to do well, we want them to make their own choices, and they have their reasons for making those choices. But those reasons generally are not to hurt you. Hi, Jenny and Jan. The reasons they make those choices is not about hurting you. But yet, because we've opened ourselves up, because we're vulnerable, because our buttons are pressed, we feel that pain. And I have felt that pain. I have felt rejected and abandoned and hurt. And you know, really, it's like everything that you've given, everything that you've offered, it feels almost like it's been thrown back at you. That you're not appreciated, that you're not valued, that everything that you've worked for, everything that you've done, all the love that you've poured out, almost feels like it's all come to nothing. And we just feel that pain within us. And it's not something we want to talk about, or we don't really want to go there. We might talk about it on the surface, but actually accessing it deep down, that's something that we find difficult to do, but it is the only way. It is the only way forward, really. So, you know, and so often when we feel like that, we feel that hurt and that abandonment, what do? We might try and cling to our children. We might try and get involved in everything they do. We might try and, you know, carry on parenting them almost as though they are small children when they're not. And what does that do? That pushes them away. It pushes them further away. And it's more pain, more hurt, more abandonment. Or maybe we say things in the heat of the moment that we regret. You know, we might say hurtful things, and we might lash out. And again, that pushes them away. And, you know, and it doesn't work, does it? It doesn't work to do that. We react, but that makes things worse. And then as we react, then they react back, and it soon becomes a battlefield. And that's awful for everybody. And it is in the heat of those moments on that battlefield that we say those things that are hurtful, and maybe we say those things and then other people say those things to us. It's just a painful situation all around. Nobody wants a battlefield. And, you know, maybe it's not with our children. So some people have been commenting about partners and the fact that, you know, this time, this transition when kids leave home, it throws our relationship with our partner into sharp relief. And we might want different things. You know, we, as women, often we've spent time, traditionally we spend time as younger women in our energy anyway is around the home, is around the children, is around all those things. And the men traditionally, and I'm talking obviously about heterosexual relationships and same-sex relationships might have different dynamic. My experience of the heterosexual relationship is that men traditionally, their focus when they're younger is out in the world, is out there, they get their identity from that. And often then when the children leave home, then it roles reverse. The men are wanting more to be around the home and the hearth, and the women are kind of like, you know what, this is my time. I want to find adventure. I want to fly. I want to, you know, embrace life. And that's difficult, isn't it, when our partners want different things? And again, it's that relationship dynamic. What do we do? You know, do we try and manipulate them? Do we try and pressure them? Do we, you know, are we frightened perhaps that if we go off and do our own thing, that we'll be on our own? You know, we want them to join us. We love them. We want them to join us. But if they don't want to do that, what do we do? It's very difficult. It's a very difficult situation. And likewise, you know, problems, if you already had problems in your relationship, they come to light, don't they? Maybe you have an ex, and difficulties there come to light when your kids get older. And you know, all those family dynamics can be very difficult. And as our kids are older, they tend to make their own decisions, and they're in more of a position to cut us off, to move away, to to hurt us, really. They're in more of a position to do that when they're older. And all those dynamics can be exceedingly difficult at this transition time, because when things are settled and the kids are younger, all the focus is on them then, and kind of everything kind of carrying on. But in these transition times, that's when all those things that were bubbling away under the surface come to light. And it can be a really, really difficult time. If you've had a difficult relationship with your partner, but you kind of pushed all that down because you've been looking after the kids, that's all going to come to light when, at this time of transition. So there's lots going on with relationships. And as I said, our buttons can be pressed. And our buttons are pressed by the people that we're closest to. So, hi Krista, hi Raminia. So our buttons are pressed, and what do we do? What do we do? Maybe we close up. Maybe we swallow our feelings. Maybe we lash out. Maybe we attack. And then what happens when we attack? Then that person attacks back. What happens then? And so we react. And when we react, that other person reacts. And it becomes this awful, painful place. And people say things and we feel hurt, and we feel rejected, we feel abandoned. Things are said that shouldn't have been said because we reacted. Or we close up, and then when we close up, what happens? We shut ourselves down, we put up armor from everything. And then we have armor and we feel nothing. Maybe we feel numb. And I know that for me, I've done that before, when I've just put up that armor because I can't face this pain anymore. And then you feel numb. And that's no way to live either, is it, really? So there's all sorts of ways that we can react. Maybe we swallow our grief, our feelings, our rejection, our abandonment, our pain, our hurt. We swallow it down because what else is there to do? We might be frightened. We don't want confrontation. We don't want to address the pain. We don't want to face the pain. But actually, and then we just swallow it down, and it makes us ill, and it makes us poorly, and it bubbles up. It absolutely bubbles up when we do that. So hi, Raminia. Yeah, exactly. You can see that that's kind of what happens. We create these ways of dealing with these emotions that aren't healthy for us. They're not healthy for the people in our lives. And, so when we make these decisions to react in this way, we're not coming from a place of strength. We're not coming from our center. So people who are our loved ones, they pull us away from our center. They pull us away from our strength. And your number one priority, unless you have very small children, your number one priority is you. And that's not selfish. That is absolutely crucial. And when you create that priority for yourself, and you create that strength within yourself, when you are centered, then people are less likely to be able to pull you away from your center. And you will act instead of react. there won't be that battlefield. And you're welcome, Raminya. And there won't be that battlefield. And the chances are that you will then improve your relationships with people around you. And because you're coming from your center. And even if the people around you are still acting badly as you see it, you've done what you can, you've done your best. And also energetically, vibrationally, if we come from our center, we will attract people to us. Hi, Maggie. We will attract the people to us who are the same vibration as us. We will attract those people to us. And the people who aren't the same vibration, they move away from our experience. Thank you. Yeah, Catherine, it's hard to work through this. And what I'm saying is that actually sometimes we need help, to get out of this cycle and come back to our center. We need a plan. We need a strategy. And that's why I've created this group, because I want to be able to offer that strategy, that plan to you, to guide you, because my teachers guided me and they had a strategy and a plan for me and it worked for me. So I know that I can help you, and I know that I can help you find that strength and come back to your center. I know that I can do that for you because it worked for me. So if you want to move beyond these feelings, if you want to work through them, if you want to come from your center, if you're fed up of feeling those awful, painful feelings, if you've had enough of abandonment and rejection and pain and battlefields, then please reach out to me. Reach out to me, because I know I can help you if you want to transcend this. Reach out to me and message me, and let's talk, and let's come up together with this plan. Let me guide you to this new reality so that you can live in your center. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. If anyone has any questions, you can post them now or even post them later on this thread or in the group. And I look forward to hearing from you. And I really want to help you if you reach out. So I've been Jane, and I'm sending you all lots and lots of love. And I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.